welcome everybody to another exciting edition of Let's Play Tecmo Super Bowl. We're having divisional rivals, the Minnesota Vikings versus the Chicago Bears. This wasn't very pretty last time we saw it. You didn't want to see what happened? Okay. Kickoff to Nelson here, who is the name of my high school superintendent. True story. Although I don't think it's the same guy. Well, you should never cheer an injury. I don't know. Okay. So the overly complex playbook of the Minnesota Vikings will once again be brought to bear against the Bears. Oh, handoff to Terry Allen, who's stuffed for a 1-yard loss there. Last time these two teams hooked up, the Bears got absolutely moited. But hopefully they've learned a lot in their long climb. Well, I mean, wow. Kind of a little overthrown there by QB Vikings, who I believe is Rich Gannon from The Legend of Zelda, who is currently quarterbacking while taking a break from kidnapping Princess Zelda in the land of Hyrule. He went to Hyrule State University, where he was drafted as an All-American. And he also could transform into a pig form. But in any case, true story, and it's canon as well. There's a punt to Donnell Woodford. Alright. The Bears are taking over at about the 20. Bears not known for their good pass game, really. And that one's not going to change that. That's not a good guy to throw to on that play because he try to throw somebody short who stops somewhere. It's a better chance. Harbaugh's not made to Joe Montana it out. Well, wait for him to stop. You don't. Did you? Oh, okay. All right. I'll buy that. All right, 3rd down and 10. Couple incomplete passes from Harbaugh. Imagine that. Oh, what was Tom? Forget it. Okay, look. I'm going to try to not commentate this game. I'm just going to kind of passively observe it and yell things while I'm playing, or while I'm watching. Alright, well, that's a very nice punt by Chris Gardocki. So 3 and out for the Bears. Hopefully the Bears' defense will help make up for its shortcomings of the offense. We're hoping, anyway. Because I would not like to see a 0-45 loss, because it was actually pretty painful for me. It took me a few months to recover from it. And by a few months, I mean, it wasn't that long, okay? It hasn't been a few months. The season has been progressing swiftly, and we're seeing the playoff picture start to develop, although it's a little too early to be calling winners and losers. But the 3 teams with a 6-0 record, the San Francisco 49ers, the Chargers, and the Buffalo Bills, do look like they are definitely going to the playoffs. It is a shame that none of these teams will play. 3-point flea flicker. There's a flea flicker. The wide receiver reverse, pitch back to Gannon, and then the pass. But a poor pass by Gannon makes for a poor flea flicker. And it's going to be punted again by Newsom, who seems to be getting a lot of practice this game. On the bright side, no interceptions have been thrown yet, so nobody has been given pretty much incredible field position. Holy crap, Darnell Wolford, is going to get them just that field position. I'm really interested to see how this good field position will pay off. Up the gut with Anderson, who gets a yard. But at least he's doing something other than incompleting passes. The first positive yardage of the game there, folks. Oh, pitch out to Neil Anderson. Neil Anderson is not going to get too far against that tough. And quarter runs out. And against that tough Vikings defense. I will finish my statement, yes. 3rd down and 7. Hard balls. Back to pass. He throws it to the covered guy, even though he's got a guy open. But yeah, 2-button concept. Okay. Probably going to have to kick the field goal. Butler's a good kicker. Or as he's known in this game, K-Bears. You have to kick it a little down.
So just the highest thing, or?
Well, no, it's going to be an arrow. And so you want it a little down, towards the center of the field. Just a little down. There you go. That was pretty good. That's going to be good. Yeah, it's good. K-Bears, who's also known as Kevin Butler, also known as Butthead, which was his nickname back in the Bears' glory days, which he did live through. He has a Super Bowl ring from the days when Jim McMahon and his band of married men, to include the late Walter Payton. I had a chance to see Walter Payton actually give a public speech because I used to sell knives as a kid. Not those kind of knives, but kitchen knives. And he gave a rousing speech. It was nice. I think he died like a year later. I think he had liver disease or something like that. That'll do her. 3:59 remaining. Big pass there to Anthony Carter, one of the Carter brothers who are actually not related. If you can imagine, 2 dudes named Carter. Oof. And that was probably Anthony Carter again. I think Chris Carter's on top. 3.5 minutes remaining in this half, and the Vikings seem to be obsessed with hitting pay dirt. Oh, there's the flea flicker. No, it's a wide receiver reverse. And Chris Carter broke free there pretty nicely. Really, you're picking the wide receiver reverse? That's your fear? The pitch top is probably more dangerous. That's not a pitch. And Roger Craig brings it in for 6. Up the gut. Roger Craig, formerly of the San Francisco 49ers before, I don't know. I guess because he's being put out to pasture, really. I mean, that's not nice, but... Kind of a weak kick there by Fodder Bez, and there's a chance that Glenn O'Reilly here will be able to capitalize on a couple of really nice returns there. But he's going to have to get some offense going. It's simply not enough to get killer field position and kick a field goal. Well, it is, but you'd have to do it twice more. Oh, my God. 11-yard sack there on the called play. Harbaugh just kept dropping back for some reason. Was not able to release it in time, and now it's a 2-21, or 2-20, whatever. It's a long ways. And he's going to run it. Oh, and Neil Anderson, proving why he is a hell of a running back, is going to get him within a yard. So... Harballs gives it up the gut to Craig Ironhead Hayward, who makes it. First down, but there's only a minute and a half left in the half. And he's going to have to try to get in field goal range at least. Harballs out of the gun here. And he's going to not. All right, Chris Dolman with the big sack there. He really got through that line quickly. Knife through butter. 2nd down and 22. Out of the gun again. And he's got a man. He's got a few men open. And that's going to be a fumble. And that's going to be the Vikings ball there. Scott recovers it. There's only 26 seconds left. So there's a very good chance that that won't mean a thing. Alright, oh, he's going to run it with Terry Allen down the side there. And he's going to get about 6 yards. And the Vikings call timeout. And they're going to try for an ultra-long field goal. I don't know if Autofod there, he's a pretty good kicker. I don't know if he's got the chops. It looks like it's got the right. Yep, splits the uprights and puts him up by a touchdown. Three seconds left. Donnell Wolford, who probably should have downed it there because he would have got a chance to do a play. But in any case, that's the end of the half. Chicago's down 3-10, but they're doing better than they did their first time against the Minnesota Vikings. Pretty much the whole world collapsed under him. And we've got the clown, and he falls upon his body. No completed passes by Jim Harbaugh as of yet. Just yards-wise, nobody's really been doing too much yet, but the Minnesota Vikings have been able to convert that into a touchdown. Well, at least the Bears are going to get the ball back here at the beginning of the second half. And Donnell Wolford, he has had a couple of really sweet returns. And not too bad, 21-yard, and that'll be his last return for a while. And they'll have to switch him on out. Hopefully this doesn't take forever. It generally does. They'll change the returners. Yeah, go to the returns. Yeah, press over. Really? Huh. Let's see that. Oops. Is that what I wanted to do? Hey, sit down. There you go. So you know Richard Dent is in excellent condition. Yeah. Yeah. You could be him, but it's tough to do that. So Lewis are gonna take over there. And you know he was red hot today, but ended up getting injured. Not a good story. Okay, another incomplete pass.
Why did he run so fucking far?
Well, I mean, he was covered anyway. If you'd have thrown to the guy in the bottom, I mean, you would have like 50 yards. Harbaugh back to pass. There's a covered guy again. Why?
That guy.
I know.
They were all covered.
No, you had a guy open. This guy right here was wide open.
Oh, he stops right there.
Yeah. There's a little screen pass. Yeah, no, you had an open guy for sure. That kid should just try to scramble if you think you got nobody open. Oh, and, yep, 3 and out. Chris Dolman.
That was a play action.
Yep, no.
Really had no choice.
No, I know. There wasn't anything you could do about that. That's why I don't like play actions too much, because generally, if they're really good, which Chris Dolman is really good, he'll get right through your line, and then he'll make your life unfortunate. Perfect punt by Gardaki. And I tell you, if they can call a couple of plays, they might be looking at safety and getting the ball back. And, I mean, really, the Vikings are ideal to do this against because they've got those stupid flea flicker and trick plays. Yeah, well, no, that's just a straight run.
It's
First down.
set up as
No, that's it. It starts with a pitch. That one, like, it starts out of this foot. Yeah. But still, yeah. Oh! Anthony Carter or Chris Carter or... I think it's Anthony Carter on the bottom. I probably should learn that. But, anyway, the Vikings are driving.
Blue 43.
And the right to be tied for first. One thing you might want to remember is they don't... Well, they do. They don't have a play action that looks like that play. You just... You know what know what I mean? Because you keep going after the quarterback when it's the running back who gets the ball. And they don't have a play action like that.
First down.
38 yards. Like the first one is a play action, but it's going to look different.
I'm calling. This is what I'm calling a run. But the other ones I've been
Round
calling
52.
Mm-hmm.
passing plays just to try and prevent them.
Yep. Oh. And Kane gets a good sack right there, and they're really got to try to prevent a score from the Vikings because, yeah,
Blue 48.
because they currently could tie it up with a touchdown, but if they score, they no longer can. Chris Carter gets destroyed on that particular exchange there. Finally, somebody stops the reverse, which I find gross. Well, they got it some play action. Oh, and Rich Gannon is not going to get it off, and they're going to have to call it the field goal unit. Now, if they miss this, the Bears will have a chance. If not, the Bears are going to have to... Well, they're going to have to score a touchdown, and then they're going to have to do something else to get the ball back. No, that looks like it's going to be good. Nope, no good. All right, the Bears have a chance. But... Well, I mean, Jim Harbaugh... thrown to the covered guy also every time. It's probably not going to work out for you. Hand off to Neil Anderson. He's going to get a good run off that. Not a first down, but 8 yards is still pretty nice. He could do that all the way down the field. That would be good enough. Second down and 1 to go. Greg Ironhead Hayward goes up the gut. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's Neil Anderson went up the gut. So, down by a touchdown are the Chicago Bears.
Round 52. Round 52.
Harbaugh is going to go back to pass, taking a risk here. And he throws the cover guy. Why?
Was that other guy?
He was open, yes. He was an eligible receiver. This guy right here. Or you could just try to scramble, which is better than throwing to a covered guy.
Ready. Set.
Harbaugh pitches it out to Neil Anderson, going with the safe thing. He's being pursued hotly by Chris Dolman, who eventually gets the tackle after Anderson runs into heavy traffic there. 3rd and 5, and they really have no choice but to try to get something going here. Anderson. Oof, not quite, folks. And 4th and 4, they're probably going to have to go for it here. Yeah, that's probably going to regret that.
Blue 43.
He hasn't been able to get that many yards off it before. But maybe this time... Oh, yeah, wow. Hayward popcorns a few people and keeps the drive alive on a 15-yard gate up the middle, which is nice going. Harbaugh out of the gun. Why didn't... Interception. What?
He was coming.
Okay.
He's open.
Okay.
He was open.
Why didn't you throw it?
And he's supposed to stop right there.
He didn't stop, though. You got to wait till he stops.
No, I know. But that's what I'm saying. He's supposed to stop.
It wasn't time to stop yet, or he would have.
Blue 43.
Yeah, nobody wants to wait a second. And then, yeah, okay. I mean, you were behind, so it would have been better of you to throw it to the deep guy anyway. Okay, well, a big interception there, and...
Blue 48.
And the Vikings have the ball now, and it's not necessarily game over, but it's certainly the Bears made it a lot harder for themselves to tie this game up. 'Cause we're at the 2.5 minute point, and
Blue 48.
the Bears are going to have to stop them. They have to get the ball back, and then they're going to have to get some offense coming. Oh, Rich Gannon. Is he going to go? Yeah, he's going to go on the run. But it could be a 3 now. They're going to punt it back, but of course that'll give terrible field position to the Bears, who so desperately do need good field position. And not to throw another interception. So they will get a chance, but they've got less time to work with. You should not run the Let's take a lot of time, too. Minute 41 left. Bears take over for the 20. Out of the gun. Harbaugh. He's got guys open. There he goes. Keith Jennings. Jumping reception. You want to step out, too. Or not. It'd have been better.
First down.
Huh? All right, 1 minute left. Throws the open guy, and it pays off.
Blue 43.
Should have stepped out.
Yep. And he has open people. Wide open touchdown.
I saw this guy running and I wanted to switch it, but
Mm-hmm.
like I said, I get excited.
Only 2 buttons.
Rear one.
All right. I mean, just think about it. That's the one you use to pick the pass,
Blue 48.
and it's also the button used to pass. You get it? Like Tommy Waddle. Oh, diving reception will bring him to the 1 yard line.
First
We'll
down.
call timeout.
Yep.
All right, 22 seconds left, so they've got time for like a couple more plays.
I'm gonna run down there.
Okay.
It's on the 1 yard line.
Yeah, well, they'll probably predict that play. They could anyway, but no, they won't. And Neil Anderson will tie up the games to the Bears. Well, we'll have to see. Don't shank the PAT, for God's sake. It would be funny if the game came down to a shanked PAT. But we could be going into extra innings, folks. Playing it dangerous. 10-10. And it looks like the Bears are going to get a second chance.
Should I kick it away?
Yeah. Don't kick it on.
Oh, shit.
God, I mean, really, come on. How hard is it?
I was trying to get it as close to the bar as possible.
You don't want to do that because they're just going to down it.
Get away.
They're just going to down it if you kick it full red. So, okay, well, in any case, forget what I said about the game being over. They could definitely get into field goal range here and kick a field goal. Flea flicker, and that's going to be the last play of the game, or last play of the regulation. And the last play of the game, too.
What?
Touchdown.
What? That was like worse when I hit him. Before you threw the ball.
Well, anyway. Folks, if there was ever a good lesson about onside kicks,
Don't ever do them.
not in that situation.
That was ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. I hit him. It was a called play. I hit him.
Was it a call play?
Yeah, it was the reverse thing.
It was-
There's a lot of people back there.
Yeah, well. In any case, so Chicago Bears with a tough loss, fall to like 3rd in the division. And I hope you enjoyed this game, folks. I most certainly did not. And let's go ahead and check out how the Rams of Detroit do. Detroit, who is also up there in the division. They're division leading right now, or tied with the Minnesota Vikings. Let's see if they beat the Rams. And the Rams, with their first win of the season, beat the Detroit Lions there. Very, very interesting. So that'll cloud the picture up a little bit. Bears falling to 3-3. Detroit falling to 4-3. And Minnesota currently at 4-2, leading the division with a couple of wins over the Bears. And so next up, we've got the Saints in Hotlanta. So I don't think I'm actually going to call that game, but we'll keep you apprised of the fallout from it. All right. Hope everybody enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time. Bye.